What is up, guys? Mr. Lee Redmond here. Welcome back to episode number 3 of the Big Five Nations simulation. We are now 30 years into the future, so let's get straight into having a look at how the landscape looks individually. So we start in England. So as from there upwards. So we've got new winners in Brighton and no, Spurs have already won it. So we've got Brighton winning 3, Man United winning the last 3 as well, which is quite surprising. But yeah, and also looks like Man City struggling to even get into the top 3 there. So this is who's in the divisions. We got Birmingham, Derby are up there as well. Millwall. That's quite surprising. We'll have a look at the other divisions as well. So it's a championship. We got Bromley up in the championship. Hartlepool. Anybody else? Nope, not really. League One. Burnley's down in League One. Huddersfield, not surprising. Sheffield Wednesday's back up again into League One. We've got Wrexham in League One as well. League Two. Quite a few of the normal teams, really. Rotherham down from Championship. Torquay's back up there. Watford are in League Two. Just noticed that. Leamington Spa. Interesting. Woking. But that's wouldn't say it's too much of a surprise, apart from maybe Watford, to be honest. Let's have a look at National League. First notice, West Brom. Luton. Okay, didn't notice that. We've now got Plymouth as well. Anybody else? Not really, no. Plymouth, Luton, West Brom being the biggest fallers. Let's have a look at National League North. Anyone really? No. Apart from Morecambe, maybe. But it seems about right. Let's have a look at the South. Again, no. No, I would say, to be honest. Do like seeing the random ones out there like Folkestone, Berkhamsted, Hornchurch, Leatherhead. It's quite nice seeing teams like that out there. But let's get to the FA Cup. Pretty much usual suspects: Arsenal, Spurs, Man City, Brighton, but they've already won it anyway. See Ipswich making a final, Sunderland making a final, Leeds. But apart from that, it's pretty much as you were, I'd say. Let's cross the channel and go to France. And Ligue 1 absolutely dominated by PSG. 9 of the 10 being PSG. Monaco finishing second most of the time, apart from that one win. Got Nice doing a second. Let's have a look at the last couple of years. Wrong one. Last couple of years, how close has that actually been? A couple of points. It's been a couple of points, to be fair. I mean, PSG finished 4th that year. It's not too bad. It's a couple of points most of the time. So let's have a look at how Ligue 1 looks now with clubs. As you'd expect, probably, apart from Valenciennes. But still about right. Ligue 2, you got Bordeaux in there. Oh, that's interesting. Ligue 2, you got Bordeaux. Anyone else? Not really. Unless you count maybe Dijon or Guingamp or Lorient. But apart from that, I don't even know who these guys are. Someone rising up the ranks, pretty cool. Apart from that, no. French national. Oh my god, that's interesting. French national. Uh, nope. There's one club missing that I've noticed, which is going to be interesting, unless I've completely got it wrong. That's National 2. You got Angers in National 2. Nimes in National 2. There they are. Auxerre, National 2. Mental. So they kind of up and down a little bit, then got relegated from Liga 2 to National. They've just been relegated from the National to National 2. And that's back-to-back relegations as well. That's mental. Any other teams? Nancy, maybe. Troyes. What about Free? Not really in there. And that's it. French Cup. Quite a nice even split, to be fair. And PSG don't seem to win it very often, which is good. Bit of a split. Lyon being the most dominant in that 10 years with 4 wins. Nice with 2. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go to Germany next. Bundesliga. Domination. Well, yeah, sort of domination again. Bayern winning, what was that, 5? Freiburg on 2, Leipzig on 2, so that means Bayern won 6. I can't count. Leipzig 3. Yeah, no, guy read that wrong. Leipzig got 3. And Freiburg 2, and then Bayern the other 5. Let's have a look at the teams. Who have we got? No one of real surprise, unless you include Dynamo Dresden. But yeah, if you really look at it, there's no one of any real surprise there. Bundesliga 2. Again, not really. Obviously got Schalke still there. Bochum, Armenia. Bundesliga 3. Oh, quite a few second teams in here. There's quite a few different teams like BFC Dynamo, Berghausen, Energie Cottbus finally got back up. And these guys, I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce that. And the Pokal. So I mean, it's been won by 4 clubs: Bayern, Leipzig, Hoffenheim, and Mönchengladbach. But nice to see Hoffenheim winning something there. So Germany's about the same, to be quite frank, as is France. So we're going off to Italy. And Milan have taken over a little bit in the last 10 years from Juve. 6 wins. Inter with 3 and Juve 1. That's a little bit of a difference. It basically seems in AC, Inter, and Juve are the absolute dominant sides. They either finished first or second, and mostly third as well, apart from Fiorentina and Napoli one year. Let's have a look at the teams. We got Como up there. Perugia, Salento. That's about it. Serie B. I'm not really sure why I'm checking these ones because they're going to be all the same. Oh, look. Juventus under 23s actually made it up into. They've been. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, you can look at Serie B. I can look at the under 23s. But they've been in Serie B quite a while by the looks of it. Just seeing if they actually finished anywhere near the top. Serie C to A. Yeah, these ones are not. I'm not even going to have a clue about, to be honest. Just recognise some clubs that used to be like Serie A, like Spezia. Is there any on Serie A? Yeah, it was Cremonese, wasn't there? Cremonese been up there. Parma. Oh, actually, that's someone I didn't notice. Ooh. That's someone I didn't actually notice. Might have been the lower ones. They are Palermo. No one else really there. Coppa Italia. Domination again by Juve, Inter, and AC. Fiorentina breaking the mold by winning one of them. And Verona making the final. But it's kind of as you were, really. Let's jet off to the final place, which is sunny Spain. La Liga. Absolutely no different. Real Madrid and Barca dominating. Real winning most of them. Winning 7 out of 10. Let's have a look at the teams. So this is the current one. Not much in there, to be honest. Not much of a surprise. Let's have a look at the second division. Tenerife, Santander, Malaga still in there. Mallorca. PK's Andorra getting relegated. And then the Federation First. Eibar's in there. But again, that's probably about it. Should probably skip on from here on in until the leagues are updated here as well. First Division B. Rayo Vallecano got relegated, but they're coming back up. But nothing else there. We then have the second division. Absolutely no one in there. Oh, God, no, we'll do that again. There we go. Second division B. No. Don't know why I said second division B. Group 2, Group 3. No one. Group 4. No. Couple of older clubs there. Hueva, Zedez. But apart from that, no. And in Group 5, Salamanca. But apart from that, no. So it's kind of as you were almost. Copa del Rey. Barca, Real Madrid again winning most of them. Got Villarreal and Sociedad in there winning something. So that's something at least. Now let's go into all important Europe, Champions League. Quite a big mixture. Got Barca, AC, Juve, Brighton, random. Hoffenheim making the final. Noticing Man City have not won since that one, so what's that, 17 years since they won the Champions League? Europa League. Again, most of consistent winners. Dortmund, I think, winning one. And Hoffenheim as well. Any shock teams in the final? Not really. And in the Conference League, we got Fulham winning it, which is a little bit around. Bournemouth. Villa again. Some of the big clubs. Runners up, we had Verona twice. Union Berlin twice. Başakşehir, Braga. So some more teams from outside the 5 making the final, but it just seems to be on average 2 to 3 every time. Let's get into Europe now. Not Europe, internationals. But we'll start with the Euros. So Germany have won something, France and Spain as well. So that's everybody winning the Euros, I think. No, that's a lie because Italy haven't, apart from that one. So that is everybody winning something. And more importantly, let's get to the World Cup. Won by Holland. And we've had Colombia and Holland. Italy losing in the final, England losing in the final. The World Cup is a little bit different with the fact that we got, obviously, they're not being dominated by these big 5, whereas the Euros pretty much is. But it'll be interesting to see who wins the most World Cups, actually. I think that's pretty much going to be it, guys. Have a look at some of your some rankings. We got France number one in the world, in Europe, and I think that's actually number one in the world. Holland in second, Spain third. Have I gone blind here? Or is it just not in the rankings? It must not be in the rankings unless I've gone completely blind, which would be Russia. Obviously, they're not playing in competitions. But San Marino's not actually the worst in the world. And not only that, they're 192nd in the world. What have they done to pull up from there then? Beat Faroes in there, Liechtenstein. Oh, they actually won 2 games in. Did they get promoted? No, probably didn't because of Latvia, but they beat Latvia and Malta and then drew in Malta second time. I think that's probably where it's gone mad. They beat Latvia twice. So they are winning games. Interesting. Ooh, they won twice there against Gibraltar. Pretty cool. Let's have a look at. See if we can have a look at some transfers. So this is a profile overall. So yeah, this is what it's like. So we got AC Milan seem to be number one in the world at the moment. John Davies is one of the top players for Wolves. 31-year-old, 70 to 200 million at 31 years old. Played Wolves his entire career. Major transfers. So how much did this guy go for? 23 million. From Nice to Ajax to play in their youth team. Interesting to see what he looks like. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We are 30 years on. Wouldn't really say many landscapes are changing, to be quite frank. Apart from maybe Italy, where we have Milan taking over from Juve a little bit. Juve aren't as dominant as they used to be. France, it's still PSG, winning 9 of the 10 Liga 1s. Germany, yeah, Bayern is still dominant, I'd say. They won half of those 10. But some other teams have stepped up. Spain is just all Bayern. And obviously England is kind of normal with the same amount, like just being spread out quite a bit. Brighton winning a couple of leagues for the first time. Europe being quite spread even. And I'm kind of looking forward actually towards the end of this to see who wins the most European trophies. That will be quite interesting because it seems to be in the individual comps. It seems to be quite spread out, but I think England might be pushing it a little bit. That will be quite intriguing to see. But yeah, that is it for this episode, guys. We will now move on to the trophy count. Right then, guys, here we are. Here is the trophy count after 30 years. Starting in England, as you see, it's very, very even. We've got Liverpool, Man City, Man U, and Spurs all high up. Liverpool, Man City, Man U on 6, with Spurs 1 behind on 5. Arsenal still on 3. FA Cup, again, quite close. Overall, we got Man City on 11 trophies, and then Man U on 9, coming in clutch with the 3 Premiership wins in a row. And Spurs, Liverpool, and Arsenal quite close behind as well. Let's move on to France. You can see, obviously, quite dominant for 2 teams. PSG winning 24 of the 30 Liga 1 titles, and Monaco the other 6. Coupe de France is a bit more spread out, but PSG and Monaco still the top 2. And overall wise, as you can see, PSG and Monaco 46 titles between them, which is mental. Move on to Germany with Bayern still dominant, 23, and then Leipzig and Freiburg. We at least have a third winner in Freiburg, which is good. DFB Pokal, quite even again. Bayern, Leipzig, and Dortmund, with Hoffenheim winning 3 of the last 10 as well. But overall, as you can see, Bayern are dominant, winning over half the trophies available. Then Leipzig on 12. Serie A, getting a little bit more even now, actually, after those last 10 years. Milan and Inter have stepped up to chase down Juventus with their 14 Scudettos, but Milan closing in. Coppa Italia, you got Juventus again on 12, but Milan and Inter closing in again. Overall, though, not much difference. There's those 5, and I think Napoli is the only other team to have actually won a trophy. So Juventus winning 26 of it, and then Milan and Inter winning 28 between them. So 54 of the actual 60 trophies are between Juve, Milan, and Inter. Then we go to Spain. We got Real Madrid dominated with 23 La Liga titles. Top of the table again for Copa del Rey, but only 1 clear of Real Madrid. But then all the others, there's not much between them. So you've got 50 of the 60 trophies overall, but 1 between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real Madrid double the amount of Barcelona's on 34. We're going to go into Europe. Very, very close along all of it, apart from maybe the Conference League. Liverpool, Real Madrid, both on 4 still. Europa League, we've got Villa up on 4, Lazio 3, Tottenham 3. Conference League, Villa have won 6. Next best is 2. So I think, off the top of my head, Villa are the most successful in Europe with 10. And then the final one is internationals. We had Germany and Spain, I think it was, win their first Euros. So Italy are the only team not to have won the Euros. World Cup, nobody won anything. England and Germany get to win World Cup. Overall, though, we got France up on 4, Spain on 3, England, Germany, and Italy all on 1. So that is the end of episode number 3, guys. We will be back for episode number 4 in another 10 years' time. But until then, leave some likes, leave some comments, and subscribe. And as always, take it steady.